Nochet nafsia, aposti, izabud, что прошло же не вернут, aposti, izabud, днем и день казепут. Yeah. Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I got a couple of new what do you call it? Patreon members. I got a new sheet. I also did forget to put meet the General 69. The General 69. So sorry I missed you on there. Guys, how's it going? Everyone, I'm the real Randy Chavez. If you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I love you all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. That's right. The great Dan Lee will be here any minute. He's just going to be going on and getting oatmeal or whatever he's doing. I have got a bunch of people's messages. I haven't gotten back to everybody yet. I'm so sorry about that. Crazy stuff. I just had a podcast with my friend Nicholas J. He's the IT specialist. Definitely go check that out. I did that a couple hours ago. He's a buddy of mine. So then me, him, and my buddy, and his fiance, my friend Megan, we went out to dinner. We hung out a little bit. So a little bit of life getting in the way of the streaming. But yes, for those of you that do not know, I also completely messed up the fact that I was supposed to go and give this to people, copy link. Facebook, I put in the wrong link on saying where I was gonna go be. As far as this, so give me 1 second here. I'm gonna have to edit the post, X that out. All right, I'm gonna paste this, and hopefully this will work, and we should be good to go. Okay, yes, OMI Watch Party with Dan Lee is a go. He should be here any minute. So I'm gonna take some questions before we before he gets on. Mike A says first, got another million a few days ago before the big run. All in, baby. Heck yeah. Also, everyone check out my Charmander Band-Aid. I had a boo-boo. JP says, will Dan be taking off his shirt at 0.0070? Asking for a friend. Kurt says, show your abs, Dan. He's thinner than I am, so he probably has a lot less fat. He's probably got a little more abs than I do. So probably me, I do not have that. Maybe next year I'll get something like that if I get in shape. Cosmo says, Randy, you are a genius going all in. We are not even on an exchange and it's moving. Imagine what is going to happen when we get listed into exchanges and they announce Pokemon going straight to $1. So be advised, guys, that Taps Trades did a what do you call it? He did a live stream before. He was doing a giveaway, and what he said was he had found a what do you call it? He had found I have the link right here. Media Link, the person that they had announced, the Little Prince that Vivi had announced that they were doing. It says Media Link was the company that was basically the broker saying, hey, you know what? Little Prince, we're the ones. It's called Media Link Group. You can go and Wikipedia it. As a content distributor and licensor based in Kowloon, Hong Kong. Very important, Hong Kong, specializing in the distribution of Japanese anime brand licensing. Its offices are located in Modi Road, Sim Sha Sui. And I just go to the anime distribution. They have a bunch of things. They have Code Geass, which is indubitably one of the best animes of all time. They have Dr. Stone, Familiar Zero, Food Wars, which is very, very big right now, Gintama Hyaku. They have Bleach, one of the best animes of all time. And not only do they have that, they have something like Laid Back Camp, they have My Teen Romantic, No Game, No Life, Overlord, To Your Entity, but the big one of the most popular, literally the last decade of the 2010s, My Hero Academia. My Hero Academia is going to be one of the craziest things. God, if we get that. Like, All Might, this is going to be considered an All Might cosplay where you have the gray the beige pants, the white T-shirt, where he's just running in, and like the end of the first scene is like, oh, what it means to be a hero. Plus ultra. Like, I get so as an adult. Like when I was a kid, yeah, Kamehameha Wave, Spirit Bomb, Kaioken, sure, great. I have the tattoo of the Royal Saiyan Prince, the Royal Saiyan bloodline. But My Hero Academia is one of the best animes of all heckin' time. If we have that, because again, why I say that, the one that brokered the deal with Little Prince is Media Link, and Media Link has all of these groups of anime, And Taps, he was so professional. He's like, guys, we have this and this and this, and I love that so much. I do not have the gift of like restraint. I don't have the gift. I don't know if something like wrong with me. I'm feeling myself. All right, so heck off anyone that thinks I'm not doing the right thing. But yeah, it's one of the greatest, one of the best things here. And we have Dan Lee coming in right now. He's coming in hot. We're gonna add Dan Lee to the stream. Coming in hot.
Hey,
what's going on, buddy?
What's going on, man? Hey, thanks for the invite. I appreciate it.
Yeah. I had you messaged me like right after I made the link. So it's like, all right, I have to delete this link. I have to make another link. I have to do this. So it's great. JP and Kurt asking, when are you going to show your abs? You have an answer for that?
I don't really have abs. I'm more like, what they call skinny fat, like skinny, but not necessarily muscular. I'd have to bulk up and work out again. So I'm not sure if that's going to happen anytime soon. If we hit like a cent in a week, then maybe I'll do it just for you, JP.
Oh yes. Bert the Jerk is asking if you checked his Twitter message. He sent you some gold content, apparently.
Yeah, I saw that. I've been at work all day. I did a 12-hour shift, just got back. So
I
haven't had
so you missed everything.
Well, I've been on my phone pretty much the whole entire time, checking out all this news and Twitter, the price. I mean, it's so exciting, man. We've been waiting for this for so long. So long.
We have what do you use Bit4x or Sendex? Gate.io? What do you before? So if you notice in Bit4x and you go on and you take a look-see, we're up to 0.0054. We have 4.2 million sell volume right now and about 5.7 buy volume. So this number should actually go up a little bit because that's the price that it is right now, but the buy pressure is a little bit more. Very, very exciting. Grandma Small says Omi is love, Omi is life. Adventures of Bucky the Beagle is buying more right now while watching you guys. Thanks, guys. Did you reach the Omi goals yet, or was it close? And are you still going to reach this?
I'm probably so my goal is like 20 million. So probably by the time all my buys go through, I might be at half of that, kind of depending on the price. And after that, I'm going to have to really get it in at more expensive prices, unfortunately, if we see the price going to go up, which I'm fine with. I think 10 million Omi is very nice to have. And 20 million is my ultimate goal,
Yeah, that'd be great. Ethan Youngberg says, hello, Randy. What's up? How's Ginferno? Wes says, WX Champ actually wore a shirt in his video today. We got to congratulate him on that. JP says, I know it needs to come off. Ooh. All right, so I'm a little afraid to. I guess I'll ask publicly: is uwu like? Is it just a face, or is it the sound like uwu? Do you do both? I don't know what it is. I'm too afraid to ask at this point, but I just asked. So you were at work today. You did a 14-hour shift. What was it like? Was it like? Would you felt like a little history happening? Were you like trying to tell people about it, or did you have to keep it all to yourself because nobody else really knows?
No one else cares my job. I kind of keep my crypto life private. I'm kind of a little embarrassed by it in a sense, but it was really, really exciting. I made thousands.
Yeah.
Just off of it moving to 55, and I got in a buy at about 51.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. All right. Good. So General T69 says he's the newest Patreon member here. You are. I forgot. I just printed out a new one, so I didn't add you yet. I'll add you for the next one. And what is the? Did you like text your wife like, "Hey, Omi's moving. Can you text me updates?"
No, she don't even care. Like I told her how much we're up now, and she's like, "Oh, okay."
She's indifferent about it.
Yeah.
Oh man. So were you sharing excitement with anyone, or were you just in like Telegram groups on Twitter? Like, is this happening?
It's all Telegram. I'm in a lot of Telegram groups. I just talked to a different bunch of people there. So, I mean, the YouTubers I talk to definitely everyone's excited. This is kind of it's really good for us, right? Because I really believe that we were going to hit 4.8 again, and it was going to go down to like 4.2, 4.3, kind of like what it's been doing. So I was kind of pleasantly surprised to see it go past that. I mean, I think if you look at technical analysis, a good next level could be like the 7.0 level. If you look at the charts, that's kind of where it's been kind of trading at kind of before for a little bit. So, I was even thinking, could this be something that we get to 7-0 in our sleep? That's a possibility.
That'd
That
be
would be
great.
really exciting.
I would love to go to bed at like 3 and wake up at 10 and be like, oh my God, I made all this money. So everyone comment down below how much money you made today. Mine was like 100 grand. This is fantastic. This is like, huh? I was debating about, I had a podcast with my friend Nick, IT
Mhm.
specialist, cybersecurity guy. And I was like, and people like were saying like, hey, you should go live. It's like, I am, but it's about something totally different. I was going to cancel that. You had work. You couldn't cancel work. Did you cancel any plans tonight to try to come live with me?
No, usually what I do is I'm usually so exhausted after a 12-hour shift, I go straight to bed because I do got to work tomorrow. So
Oh
that's
no.
usually what I do. I was going to watch. Do you watch that show? Oh gosh, America, American Horror Story. Do you watch that?
I watched the first 2 seasons. I'm in like the middle of the third. I'm guessing you're on like season 8 or something.
Yeah, yeah, we're up to date. But the next one's coming out. That's what my wife wanted to do because she likes to watch a lot of TV. But for me,
Nice.
I was like, I have to do a live either with you or just me.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's exciting, man. So are you like broke? Have you reached what's your break even? Do you know roughly what your break even point is?
Yeah. So when I started in like March, I had around give or take 500,000, net worth total. And I had to sell a lot of things at a discount. So the net worth of mine actually went down a lot because I had to sell things at discount. So maybe it was like 400,000 give or take, and especially because I had to dollar cost average. I bought a 0.007, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back up. So I think my dollar cost average is like 0.0035, and I might have put about 400,000 into this, give or take, and now it's up
Wow.
over 5, which is fantastic. Because I had 103, and then I borrowed about 10 grand from a buddy of mine, so I got another 2 million, and I said like, hey, how much could I borrow from you without it being too much? And he's like, well, you got to pay me back at some point. It's like, yeah, I'll pay back. I'm good for it. So he let me borrow like another 5,000. So my 106 millionth OMI should be transferred like relatively quickly, like by tomorrow maybe.
Oh, you got a
Um,
loan recently, like a recent loan. Wow.
It was like two days ago, and then yesterday I asked for another million worth of OMI. So yeah, so I cleared out my bank account. I have like $500 left until my next Pokemon card sells on like Monday, and then I'll pay him back a little. But I really need to re up the bank account because I have nothing. Um, yeah, and then I have a bunch of giveaways to do this Sunday. That was really fun. Did you see Taps's video, or did you like listen to the
I
audio at any?
did. Yeah, I did.
That was bananas. It went above that 0.05 on his stream. Did you have any historical streams? Something that happens like, oh wow, this is something that never happened before in OMI history?
Nothing I caught on live streams. I just started live streaming relatively recently, like more consistently or
Mm-hmm.
more frequently, I guess. And I haven't captured anything on stream, so to speak.
Okay, gotcha. So we got Bird Jerk saying Randy, Grandma Smalla saying OMI's at half a penny. We're so close to $2. Have you listened to Crypto Rain? Or I think I asked you this the other day, right?
Yeah, I don't listen to him. No.
Gotcha. Disregard. And what I think is a good cap, or what's really good, is that when I got into OMI at 0.007, I was like, oh, this is great. It was up at a penny and now it's down here. This is great. So I feel like some people like us that we might not cringe, but like buying it at a penny is expensive to us. But some people that are coming in are just gonna be like, oh, we were at a penny before, we jet down here, now back at a penny again.
Yeah.
It's a good time to buy. So I feel like there's gonna be a lot of people that they don't know any other prices. This is just where it's at, so they're gonna get in. Is that your sentiment, or do you think that based on the
Yeah.
charts that they
Yeah,
might?
yeah. No, I think that's good. I mean, from our perspective, since we've had that history of buying at higher prices, for me psychologically, my first buy was like 7,880. So
Yeah,
anything below that, I'm relatively happy with. Of course, we want to make buys where immediately we're kind of in the profit.
yeah,
That doesn't always happen, but that's psychologically how a lot of the old school people think, the OGs think. But I think if you're getting into this after immutable migration, after all this stuff is announced, we have a huge amount of news coming. I think easily we're going to hit 1 cent by October if this continues. If we maintain at the 5.0 level, then all we got to do is double up one more time, and we're touching 1 cent, 1 cent even higher. So that's how I think about it.
Same. And also just I think Foster Hilt did a video on Hex, and I think Lori Walkenfeather asked me about Gala. Do you know what Gala is?
Yeah, I do.
Where it just, it went from 0.0022 to like to like over a penny at like 5x in like 13 days, which is what we did back in March. And I feel like we have so much more going for us. We have a better community, better Telegram and Discord chat. So I think that one cent that I had, or that a bunch of us had said, like, yeah, by next month is pretty probable. Do you think any of us are really underestimating this on how big it could go once we get on other exchanges?
Yeah, I think so to a certain extent. Like I still feel like 5 cents is still kind of a little far out there, right? A lot has to happen, but I think there's a perfect blend of news right now that we have incoming that can get us there. And the thing about crypto and hype cycles with crypto is it's kind of exponential. So, for us to go to 2.5 to 5.0, it takes a little bit of time maybe to get there. But after we start hitting like 1 cent, to double up is 2 cents. To double up after that is 4 cents. And that's how crypto works.
Yeah.
Hex is an interesting example. I never wanted to talk about that too much because if you look at Hex in and of itself, there's something about it that I don't like and I didn't want to make a video on. But if you look at it just in terms of hype and how the price moved, it's exponential. And I think the same thing can happen to OMI. So once we start hitting 2 cents, 3 cents, 4 cents, 5 cents, to triple is 15 cents, to double, triple after that is like 45 cents. It's very possible very quickly. I think it could get to 10 cents a lot faster than we anticipate.
Yeah, same. Did you ever, I was thinking about this recently, like Tesla maybe, but I've never seen anything like this that not guaranteed, nothing's guaranteed, but that could go up this exponentially this quickly. Have you ever seen another investment? I know you were in Bitcoin or in the early days. You ever seen anything like this that has this much potential and is not guaranteed, but pretty freaking close?
Yeah, I mean, I think so I was in Ethereum in 2019 and I got in late. I was buying coins when it was like $200. I wish yeah.
Nice.
And it's hard to think like, oh, could my coin in 2019 be worth 3,000, 4,000 that it is now in 2 years? It's like, that's just, inwardly you think that's not even possible, but it's possible. And it did. And I think the same thing could happen with a coin like OMI because it's an altcoin. It's not on anyone's radar. It's going to run up pretty high before even mainstream people start getting into it. And once that happens, that's when it goes to the moon.
Yeah. When do you think that obviously big institutional monies in like Bitcoin, at least some of it is, and maybe a tiny bit in Ethereum, maybe you might have like a Litecoin. I think AMC just announced that they would take Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. Maybe something like Cardano or Solana. But how long do you think before big institutional gets into other altcoins, like not just the top 5 or top 10, maybe like top 20 or top 30? You have any inkling about that?
Yeah, I mean, institutional money is all, I like Decentraland. I use that as an example all the time when I cite land stuff before all that cool stuff came out, yesterday. But, institutional money is already in Mana token. That's what caused it to pop off within the past 9 months or so. And, they're buying land in Decentraland, and it's not even that cool. So if institutional money can get into a token that's really a product that it's interesting, but it's not that cool, at least just yet, I think it's only a matter of time. I think once we get VVverse, once NFTs become more popular, maybe in a year and a half, we can easily see this moon.
Yeah,
just skyrocket.
I was asking because Grandmaster Mawile says, feel like a lot of people who want to buy OMI have already bought it. Not that hard, but the big money is waiting for it to be legit on Coinbase. And it's up to 55,000 in OMI. So I thought that was pretty funny. Break through that resistance. Just as Randy made 300. I did not make 300. I don't, unless this rapidly changed over the last couple of minutes, which it does not look like. it has. It's 0.0053. Yeah, about 100K, give or take. General 69 says, "Yo, let's freaking go, Dan." Dan's fresh out of the bed. He's about to go into bed. Do you have another 12-hour shift tomorrow?
No, I have a 9-hour shift, so I'm going to work from 9 to 6. And then I actually got an interview with a top 1% OMI holder. He's a physician. That'll be really interesting to talk about because he actually has a really good salary, really great salary, probably one of the top doctors in terms of salary, So
So like
that'll be really,
1%, like 400 grand a year, something like that.
yeah, more, probably more. So,
That's
um,
epic.
yeah, I'm thinking he's making at least $500,000 per year.
That's amazing. Do you have a Dashi equivalent in your room?
No, I'm big into Yoshi's.
Yeah.
I like that kind of stuff. So maybe I'll introduce that just like a Dashi equivalent.
All right. And you do not have any tattoos, right?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
We have a what do you call it? I am doing a Florida, an Orlando party, as well as a New York party. I don't know when the Orlando one is, but when that happens, I will do I will pay for everybody's OMI tattoos. So if you would like to lose your tattoo virginity and get an OMI tattoo, it's totally free on me. My friend Stacy, who did my Mario, Yoshi, Kirby, and my Donkey Kong, she'll be doing it. So no worries there. And we got Justin. I didn't see this before. Sorry, Justin. Justin says Dan is sober. Randy is poor biz in at $5 super chat. I did have some peanut butter whiskey. You ever have that? You don't really drink that much, do you?
No, not really.
Oh, the peanut butter whiskey is so good, but it's dangerous because it tastes really good. Um, JP says Omi giveaway charity boxing match. I'll totally do that. I think I asked you about the Omi calendar for that. What's the craziest thing you've done, like either for charity or for just something that gave you no financial gain? It was just for someone else.
I don't know.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll get you to do some drunk karaoke at one of these parties. Foster Hills says, "Congrats, fellas, in profit for the first time in 6 months. Congrats to you, mate." Immutable X, we think Work Comp Brokers is probably going to be in about 2 to 3 weeks. They did say end of September, and if it wasn't end of September, first of August, 1st of October. You remember that?
Yeah. I think he said something like, if don't be worried. If it runs off a couple of days, basically it's coming. Like I interpreted it, it's coming no matter what, kind of thing.
Yeah, same. So moving on after that, we had a homie Mike Jackson says, "What's up, homies?" Freddie Escobar says, "My fiance does the same thing." Hello from my wife's boyfriend's basement. I had to move out of my mother's basement. You are currently what seems to be, at least in your videos, you had a couple of rooms to go through to say, Dashi. You have a backyard. Did you ever, outside of like maybe like Iraq or in the military, did you have any kind of like low places that where you were like, look how far I've come? Did you ever have anything like that after the military?
Well, I'll tell you this. I've said before how I dropped out of college twice.
Yeah.
I eventually graduated, got a master's, etc. But the lowest point in my life was I was actually kind of depressed.
Mm-hmm.
Personal things. But what happened is I dropped out of school, had a little bit of money left, got a rented a house. I was going to eventually have a lot of my friends move in. That fell through. So I was almost about to be homeless. And for me, I mean, I guess I could have always gone back to my parents, but it's too much pride there. But that's partly why I needed to get out and join the military, because I could get out of my lease that way.
Yeah.
I could start getting a paycheck and things like that. So that's probably the lowest point in my life. I don't think I've ever shared this publicly, but yeah, that's partly why I joined the military.
Wow. I feel like you like dropped some really good gems, like some personal stuff on my stream. I feel really good about that. Dan Lee's opening up on the stream. Alien Object says, "I don't tell my girlfriend. I just want to surprise her with a new house one day." Is there anything that you would do, like surprise for like your family members or for your wife, kids? Like, hey, got you that car you always wanted, something along those lines?
Yeah, I mean, for her, it'd be mostly about. We have a little bit of student loans. I think we have I don't know how much we have left. Maybe about $50,000. So for me, I could probably pay it off now, but I want my money to go into OMI. So it would be nice to like, if this thing shot up to like, I don't know, 5 cents really quickly this year, I could maybe take off 20, 30% of my portfolio, maybe pay that off or something, or, 10,
Yeah, that'd be
15%,
great.
whatever it is. I think that would be really, really nice and a really nice surprise.
We got Jose Calderon saying he's got some money on standby. Do you think it'll consolidate anytime soon? Again, I bought around these levels a little bit lower, knowing that it could dump. But what about you?
Yeah, I think it has to.
Mhm.
I see it maybe. I'm hoping. I don't even know yet, but I'm hoping it stays above 5.0. I hope we are consolidating at a level of support and we stay here.
Yeah.
You could still get a lot of OMI at the 5.3 level. The costs are roughly double from what was even 2 or 3 months ago, but you can still get a lot of OMI at the 5.3 level. I mean, did you see Andre Jick's little video on Twitter that someone posted, that like 30-second clip?
Yeah.
I mean, he has like 16 million OMI.
Yeah.
So that's somewhat obtainable, when he got it, it was like 6 figures. So really difficult, but it's
put in
somewhat obtainable
150.
now. Yeah.
This is why you got to go and dollar cost average, because he would have so much money if he did. I mean, I understand like not wanting to, like, all right, that's it. If I lose that, I lose it. Not wanting to put more in. How much I have to lose just to save face. But yeah, Gunther Heisenberg, one step closer to the Cabell, the 10th line, $10. Poor man printing saying, "Let's go." VV Darkling, we were just talking about you before. Have a good day. Have a good day. Poor man, when it hits a penny, Dan going shirtless. Get ready for that record button.
What is this obsession with shirtless men, JP? Specifically, shirtless Asian men. It's wannabe champ, and then which I understand why you would want to see him shirtless because it's buff and stuff. But me, not so much. But I don't get it.
Wait, have you ever? So it didn't pan out, but I had one person ask for feet pics, and I was like, okay, like message me on like, wherever, and it was like $20 for a photo. I was like, okay, that's fine, but it never worked out. Like, did you have any messages like that? Like, hey, can I, can I get like a quick pic? Never got that.
You have that animal magnetism, so I can see why someone would want to ask you. I'm more subdued, so I think people sense that.
Yeah. Adventure the Bucky the Beagle, her and her husband, both very excited. The dollar cost hours 0.0042. I know it's so hard to say for a lot of us that bought a lot. Do you know what your dollar cost average is? I forget.
Yeah, I mean, with my new buy, I don't even know. I think my guess would maybe be like 3.840.
Okay, mine's about that, maybe like 0.0035, something along those lines.
Oh, so you got most of your OMI at 3.5. Wow.
I actually got a lot of it because, again, I started buying 0.007. I bought a lot of it at like 0.002 because I started way up there. So in order to get it down to that, I had to buy a lot there. Yeah, so it was about took a lot took a lot to do. Death Game says like it doesn't make a lot of sense. Sure, going to be a retracement. I think it does make a lot of, especially with the AMA yesterday. Like, there's so many people, there's so much hype going around. I think this makes sense. This pump. Do you?
It sounds like he's talking about like Actually, this might be a good question, and I think we talked about this a little bit already. But do you think there's like big manipulation? I mean, that's what people are scared of, and that's what actually pushed. We probably could have gone earlier to pass the 5.0 level, but there was a lot of resistance there. And what do you think? Do you think that?
Yeah, I think I posted it on my YouTube this morning, but as we're at like 0.0047, like there was at 0.0049 just a 22 million OMI sell wall right there. And I was like, that's going to be hard. That's going to be hard to break. But we ate through it. It worked out really well, and people were just battling all day, going between like. At one point, we had like 30, 40 million up here of sell volume, and we only had like 5 to 8 million down here. And then it would just people battling all day for that type of deal. And we got Zach R saying, give him a $5 cravings box. Gotta eat. Zach R always, I love him saying like, get this man a Slurpee, get this man this. Like, he's great. Zach R, we love you. You're back. Immutable X we know is moving in like the next 2 to 3 weeks. Um, by the way, hello, fellow Okie.
How's it
Okie.
going?
And what does Okie mean? The
Like an Oklahoman, like an Okie.
Oh, right. I'm so excited. If let's say something crazy happens where we have a 5 and 10 cent, but let's say it reaches 5 cents, in like November, and then 10 cents in December, which again, huge if. I don't know if that could ever happen, but if it does, do you want to combine the Oklahoma and New York parties, or do you just want to make it 1 month after the other?
Yeah, for me, an Oklahoma party is kind of a joke. Some people have taken me up on it. Like I've talked to Zach R on Twitter. He's down because he lives in Dallas, Texas, so that's like a 3-hour drive for him. But I mean, I would love to go somewhere else. I mean, 10 cents that's a lot of profit, even at 1 million OMI. That's still pretty good. I mean, I think we can just come up there or something. If it just jumps so quickly that we can't even plan a party before it pops to 10 cents. I mean, I would love to come to New York.
Yeah.
I've been there before.
It's great. It's fun. I mean, if it doesn't happen like that, and if it's it reaches, let's say, 5 cents by the end of this year, or January next year, and it just grows like really slowly, I'd be 100% fine going to Oklahoma. Like what's the minimum amount of people you would need to have a party there?
I think if 10 to 20 people committed and say, "Hey Dan, we are buying tickets. You better have something planned for us." I will scramble and make something happen. Yeah.
Good. Now remember, this man has a job. It's working. What do you do? You do what's that? Not Caribbeans. Like Guam things where you do like 3 shifts on, 4 shifts off, then 4 shifts on, 3 shifts off.
So I usually do about 3 to 4 shifts a week. Sometimes they're 12, sometimes they're like 9 hours. It adds up to about 33 to 40 hours a week.
Yeah. So what is the craziest thing or the most personal thing that you've sold for OMI? Because Poor Man Printing sold his Daisy Duke poster, which I imagine he had since he was a kid.
Yeah, I haven't sold anything personal. Like I don't have a lot of personal items that are worth a lot of money. For me, it's all in investments. So I would have to, I mean, have you made a joke? Because I've heard people say this. Have you made a joke that you're selling your girlfriend's stuff? Because someone said that to me about you, and I'm like, I don't think he did that, did he?
No, I haven't, but I did. I made not. It wasn't even a joke. I was seriously thinking about, like, Danielle, I'm out of money. Can I borrow some? Because she's a veterinarian, she's successful, she's got money. Because she bought a little bit of Bitcoin. She bought like maybe 25,000. She almost has a full Bitcoin because she spent like 25 grand when it was like at like 29, 30,000, and I was up to like 45,000. So now she's like, oh hey, I didn't really believe in this before, but now I do. So I'm sure if I asked, I could probably get a couple million OMI, but then I would feel like a little like I'm supposed to be the man. I'm supposed to be the one that, but I haven't. Do you think that would be? Have you ever asked anyone for money for investment purposes?
I don't think I ever have. And really, I think I might have started asking people for money when I was poor and in college, but I never liked that because it was always so painful to pay people back. You ask for $100 for whatever, and then you got to pay them back, and it's like it always hurts. It takes a chunk out of your paycheck. But I mean, I haven't done that for years.
Gotcha.
Years, yeah.
Mike A, we love you too. Hello K is in the UK though, right?
Yeah, he's UK.
So he's definitely doing a sleep. So we can't get him right now. Just sell your General 69 says just sell your Daisy Dukes, but keep the poster. That's great. I don't have the legs for Daisy Dukes. I don't have that. Did you ever go through like an emo, like a cringe phase when you were younger?
I listened to a lot of like punk rock. Like I think heard you sing like Fall Out Boy.
Yeah.
I loved Fall Out Boy. That was my favorite band. More their earlier stuff, and then they became a little poppy, but still great musician.
Yeah. Did you ever go to Warped Tour?
No, I never went to Warped Tour.
You missed out.
I've seen Fall Out Boy. They came to Oklahoma a couple times, kind of when they're not as big, but great show.
Yeah, it was.
Did you ever listen to Gym Class Heroes?
I know of them, and I might know one or two songs. Like, oh, I know this song, and not know it's them, but I don't actively like. Oh, this is a good album. No, I was more of a punk. Yeah, like Green Day, Sum 41, Simple Plan. Like good stuff.
Your
But
plan's good.
uh, but I also like Kesha, like Avril Lavigne, like really like white girl music. Like, let's
Avril
go.
Lavigne is good though.
Yeah, she's
Like
great.
she is talented.
Yeah, I love it. She still looks great. She still looks like she hasn't. She's from when photos when she's 17 to like now at like 35, 36, and she still looks fantastic. Like she hasn't aged a day. Looks great. Yeah, Andre Jack is still bullish long term. Um, I thought, yeah. Have you ever had something like this where you sell a bunch of stuff and then it continues rocketing? Have you had that happen?
Yeah, it
I
happened
guess
to me
right
with
now.
Omi because
Yeah,
like I was telling you, I had like some money that was needing to, I guess, settle.
yeah,
So I wasn't able to make a buy at like the 4.2, 4.3 or so, which is kind of a shame.
yeah. I feel you. So moving on, we're at a still small market cap. If we go to CoinGecko, we have a only $1.1 billion market cap, which for crypto, like you have some really small coins that are like meme coins that have something similar to that. Based on the market cap, because I know you've done a lot of videos on this, like earnings per share, that type of deal. What do you think would be a properly rated market cap for us? Like, oh yeah, 10 billion, it'd probably be okay, and then we'd be at like 4.5 cents, something like that.
Yeah, I think 10 billion is a fair assessment. I think 10 to 20 is in good, healthy territory because we don't want hype to push this thing so high. I mean, that would be nice, but we don't want it to just be all built on hype. It goes to like 25 cents and then it crashes down to like 5 cents and stays there for so long. We don't want that to happen. Hype is kind of nice, but we don't want to be built completely on hype.
Yeah, no, agreed. Um, Everyone says greetings from Switzerland. I have a Madripoor was a decent country that, or that was a really unique country. I have a bunch of people like from everywhere on my subscribers list. Where's somebody that you have as like, oh wow, I never thought I'd have a viewer from that country.
Germany. I mean, that's not too much of a
Yeah,
stretch.
no,
I have a good French viewer
Mhm.
base. I think 5% of my viewers come from France, and I feel bad because I don't know how to translate my content. So
Yeah.
Steve A needs to translate more of my stuff into French.
Um, so I know you said you hope it consolidates above that 0.005 level. Um, some people saying 0.0045. I think the last previous breakout point would be hopefully a nice floor, that nice resting spot. Um, what could take the token back right now? What's something that could be like, oh, you know, it's,
Yeah. So we know we have immutable in it's like 2 weeks or so.
yeah,
So could we have a pullback? I mean, we've seen this before. It reaches an all-time high, pulls back within a week time frame. But I don't think we're going to do that so much this time because we know immutable is just pretty soon we're going to know more about OMI token utility. I mean, the Viviverse land thing is huge. I think that's
huge.
low key huge. That I mean, people understand that I think because they can just make land and people can buy it with OMI. It doesn't cost them much of anything to program this, so they don't have to pay licensors, very minimal fees, and they can just accumulate a lot of OMI tokens to burn. I mean, I think that's just amazing. I want to see more videos on people talking about land because more land analysis would be good. I've done a lot of stuff based off Decentraland, but there's other companies that sell land, digital land, virtual land.
There's so many people that 10, 100, they 1,000x their money on Earth too. That's why I have zero issue at the end of the year, literally putting in like, you know, 3, 4, 5 million OMI, whatever it is. Again, 5 million OMI, if we're at 5 cents, that's $250,000. Because it'd be the $50,000 per million OMI. I have no issue doing that because I've seen the gains because they said they're going to have a limited amount of land, and they, if you don't, not everyone's going to have land. Not
Yeah.
everyone's going to be able to go and get that. You might be in like the ether, and the ether would just be attached to there somehow, but wouldn't be a part of the VV verse. So especially if you go what I learned from Earth 2, people, which I didn't do at first, was people getting like the Statue of Liberty and Wall Street and this. So no offense, but this this not American person. He was South Korean. He's a great guy. He paid a record price of $65,000 for the Statue of Liberty, and I just like that's such an American like thing. I wanted that to stay in American hands, and I regret not buying that. So I know that base location, that's something that somebody originally probably paid like a couple dollars for. So location, you have something that's in the center of the VBverse, right next to their park. Or if we have like a YouTube creators land, that would probably be worth a lot too. How much do you think you would spend on the land in the VBverse? Not just for because it would be cool, but because at that time, after OMI has 10x to 4 cents or 5 cents, I think it would be good because the land has a better chance of 10xing sooner than OMI would at that point.
Yeah. I think this is my strategy, and I haven't thought it out too much, but generally this is my strategy. I mean, the easiest way to get rich in crypto is to find 2 or 3 altcoins that are going to moon that you can get in early, because then that's all you need, 2 or 3 flips to be wealthy. So you're someone like you is uniquely positioned because you have a lot of your capital into OMI. So you can actually just buy as much land as you can possibly get. So I think anyone with a large bag, that's the natural extension. So for me, I wouldn't mind taking half of my OMI stack to buy. I mean, depending on how they do it, if it makes sense, buying land with that, because let's say OMI moons up to, I don't know, 10 cents. You already made a huge return. Some people might even have $1 million by then. So take half of that, let the rest ride, buy a bunch of land. In 1-2 years, you can double, triple, quadruple your initial investment, especially if you got some prime real estate. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I'd be, but you do up to half. Like that's, I was only going to do like 5% of my net at that time, but half that's a lot. That's but good. No, good for. Yeah. I mean, I guess because that's not you still have your 401k and you still have other crypto assets. It's only half your own, so I understand that. I don't know what Stratus crypto is, but apparently it went from half a cent to $12 in 2016. Do you know what that is?
Nope.
I don't know what that is either. But we are 2 cool cats, so I was going to name it NFT Land. Dr. Professor Kavinsky says Randy Chavez proving everyone wrong once again. Let's go. What he's referencing is that a lot of people would tell me that like, Tesla wasn't a good investment because this, like the cars would go on fire and the electric vehicles are like nerdy and Elon Musk is like bipolar and people were getting hot at me for spending so much money on Pokemon cards. Have you ever been like laughed at for like certain things and then you're like, no, I know this is right, and then you've been proven right?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's just like Bitcoin. I think people were like, because I used to say, oh, Bitcoin is like the future of money, because that's what they talked about way back in the day, that Bitcoin was going to replace, was going to be like a currency. I mean, that's kind of, Bitcoin is not a great currency now because of the processing speeds, the transaction speeds. So people have laughed at me about Bitcoin. Granted, I didn't make a fortune off of Bitcoin, but I mean, what about you?
As far as making other profits?
As far as like being laughed at, I guess you said you were laughed at about Tesla, Pokemon cards.
Tesla, Pokemon, or the first thing was when I got out of the military, I was in school to be an X-ray tech, and I was doing really well in school, I just hated it. And then when I went to high risk lending and lending my money out to people with like 500 and 600 credit, everyone's just like, you're not going to be successful. And then I finally made a little bit of money, like you're going to lose everything. Because I had less than $3,000 when I first started. And I put like it all into one deal. And I was like, you're going to lose your money. But I did not. I was right. And
so you had to put your own money into it?
You didn't have to. What we did was we were a private bank. I mean, as we were technically brokers, we had relationships with a bunch of private banks. But we had a very, like, Merchant Advance Now was the bank that a buddy of mine owned. And he was a private bank. It's like, hey, listen, if this is a really good deal and it's like pretty solid, we'll do it ourselves. And we would put the money in. So instead of getting, like a couple of points, for referral, we would get, it's high risk, same thing as like high risk credit cards, can go up to 24.99% interest. So instead of getting a couple points on like the sale, we would get like 20% interest on the money. So we get that, and a lot of people like will say like, oh, we'll give you like a huge discount if you go and you pay off early. So we're getting like 5%, 10%, like every, I don't know, a couple of months. So we just take that, we roll it into another thing, and we get paid each week. Instead of ballooning at the end of the month, we get paid like a little bit each week. We take that, we roll it. Yeah, it's very easy to go and get $1,000 a week from that, roll it over, and just it's crazy. It's bananas. So yeah, people didn't really understand that. Let's see. I know we have this fall. They didn't really. I don't know if I missed any of that. They didn't make any type of reference to the NFL Players Association, did they?
No, I didn't hear that at all.
Yeah. No, same here. BBS is VVverse. Still goodbye, OMI. Listen, if I had more OMI, Gerardo Preciado, if I had more money, I would be buying more OMI. I don't know about you. Like at these prices, are you still okay with buying?
Yeah, I mean, I still have a lot of money for my real estate deal that I need to put into OMI. So I've probably got half of the amount I set aside to put into OMI. So I got roughly half of that to still continue to buy. So I'll still buy at these prices. I mean, I'll buy at 6.60, 7.0, 8.0. I'll buy all the way up to a cent.
Right, so what I should do is I kind of like Mike A. I put my Neo Genesis box on sale, that Pokemon box, and it's worth like 37, 36, and so I put it at 33. Nobody's taken me up. All right, that's different. That's my friend. She was in the army. She got stationed in Italy, and then after her 4 years, she just stayed there, and then she enhanced herself. And but yeah, so that was the thing.
I got two questions. So
yeah.
Logan Paul, I think he did this thing where he bought this 6-figure pack of Pokemon cards. Why is his worth 6 figures, and why are you only selling yours for 33?
So what he did, it was a bit more than that. He had paid like 150,000 or 200,000, whatever it was, for a first edition, like a base set Pokemon box, the ones that had Charizard, Venusaur, Blastoise, those guys. This one is Neo Genesis. So between the first edition base set that he had, there was a Rocket set, there was a Legendary, there was base set 2, there was Shadowless, there was Unlimited, Gym Challenge, Gym Heroes, and then finally, and those were all for the original 150, 151 Pokemon. The next ones were, this was the one that had Lugia. This is the ones that had Feraligatr, Typhlosion, Ampharos, all that. So this is worth significantly less because it's not the first generation. It's not the first set, but it is still worth a lot. So that's why it was just a little bit of a difference. Let's do Orlando. It doesn't says at 0.0052 6 times. Yeah, that's 2x 110. I don't have 110. I have 106 right now. So, but it's close. It's close. Oh, excuse me.
Also, I got another question. I saw you did you had a friend come by. She was in the Air Force with you. Mm-hmm. You guys were like in a hotel room together. Mm-hmm. So does your girlfriend ever get jealous that you have all these female friends that you've talked to? Or?
We've talked about it before, and she did feel a little uncomfortable. But at the end of the day, like we trust each other.
Yeah.
So that weekend I was supposed to be at Dragon Con. Do you know what that is?
No.
So Dragon Con is like Comic-Con, like New York Comic-Con or San Diego Comic-Con, but in Atlanta, Georgia. It takes over the whole city. It's freaking great. It's amazing. Definitely go. But I didn't go because I had like 3 weeks of stuff before then of traveling, doing everything. And then after that, I had a couple weeks of stuff traveling, just visiting friends and all that. And I was so tired, and I was like, I'm going to get sick. Like I feel myself getting really run down. It's not good. So I didn't go that weekend. So I was upset I was missing that. And cause my friend Erica is like my ex-girlfriend, and she was a little uneasy about that because she never met her before.
Oh, she was your ex-girlfriend. Oh,
Erica was my ex. And we would, cause we when we met, we cosplayed together, and we still do this every year, minus last year because it was COVID last year. So she was upset about that, and then I just like driven 2.5 hours to her, so much traffic. And she called my friend Tom. She called me. She wasn't having like the best time. She was just, every now and then, veterans just have it rough a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
And I kind of made the mistake of being like, listen, babe, like she's coming here. I can't have her at my place because I don't even have a bed, and I don't have like a couch or anything for me to sleep on. So I don't have AC. She's gonna be real uncomfortable. Get in a hotel. Come meet her. I was just a little aggressive about it, like, just come meet her, please. Like you'll be fine. And it was. I was just a little like that. Everything happened at once, and I was like, I was missing Dragon Con. I was missing my other friends, and
Gotcha.
but at the end of the day, she's like, no, like I know you're not dumb, and you're gonna not do anything to mess us up. I was like, absolutely right, babe. But yeah, also, you could just tell just on that interview, like the body language, like we're just bros. Like, she's a homie.
Yeah.
Jose lives in Orlando. Oh God, where did he go? There's so many comments. Oh, Zana I didn't even see that. Sorry about that, Zana. I did not see that super chat. I'm so sorry. Was anyone else? Has anyone else done that? I don't even know. No, I think we're good. Love the openness in this chat. Vivi Addicts is in New York. Let me know details. Cool. Me Holmes is really doing the Dan and Randy chats. Really works. Nice. Made about 20K. Actuaries about 41K. Yeah, so many people are winning.
Actuary 41K, brother. What?
Yeah. Are you participating in the drop tomorrow?
Which drop is it? To be honest, I don't keep up on the drops too much. I'm kind of, is it the Little Prince one, or is that something else?
No, it's a Serial Killers season 2. And so the Serial Killers, as soon as this was announced, the Serial Killers season 1 started rising. Thankfully, I had gotten that set already. But when the Labbit season 2 comes out, because we're supposed to get that this month, as soon as I saw the season 1 of the Serial Killers rise, I was like, okay, I need to. So I got the season 1 of the Labbits as well, just because I knew those would rise, as I want those anyway. So yeah, I know you said you don't pay much attention to it. Even the comics, you don't do that?
I mean, sometimes I forget. So it's one of those things like where if I see it, I'll be like, okay, I need to get that. But if I don't see it, if I'm too busy, I usually forget. I do really want to get that Little Prince collectible, whatever it is, that book type thing, because I think that's going to be worth a lot of money.
Yeah,
I think that's very valuable.
Apparently, I never heard of that or read that, so I was a little confused while I was reading. I did a video on it before, or did I? I don't know.
It's a classic book.
I don't know if it was on a live stream or not.
Yeah, they should have a Moby Dick book, like, because we're all obsessed with these whales, man. They should just get like Moby Dick on here,
That is true. That is true. What did I have before? I did. Okomi announces a new partnership with that. But they had done this before, where they announced LOL MGA, and they had a whole big article about it. We still haven't seen that, so I don't think this will really happen until next year. But if you listen to Taps Trade's video before, where he was talking about the Medium link, the one that did the broker for this deal, and they do stuff for Bleach, Code Geass, and My Hero Academia, I was just like, oh my goodness. I was like freaking out. I was like in my car. I was like, ah. It was great. Whale Watchers, I think Ray Fixie is a whale watch. He bought like $100,000 worth of collectibles. Nice to see us. Loving the openness on this chat. No, the history is history. Has ever seen a homeless Asian guy?
I saw that. I was like, it's kind of racist, but if it's positive, is it okay? You know what I mean?
I think it's fine. Mix Guerrero got 10 million OMI. You get that bread. Get that bread. Yeah, I feel bad for Andre for not dollar cost averaging. That's bad times for him. Long-term hold. Oh, and he's gonna make another video. Oh, well, he's gonna make another video soon then.
Who said that? Andre Jick?
Yeah, apparently Frankie Boy says it's gonna be a long-term hold. Oh no, I'm sorry. He says watch. He's gonna make another video.
Okay. I think we should do a coordinated social media campaign on Andre Jick's Twitter and video to get him to make another video, because he hints at it so much. He always references it. He's an OMI homie. I wonder if we can just spam him and try to get him to make another video.
Yeah, same. Um, Amount that should be invested in OMI, I think a million's really good to try to strive for, depending on financial situation. What do you think is a good amount?
Yeah, I've said this before. I think 1 million OMI is the perfect amount for it's obtainable, and you can also capture a lot of the upside. You know, 1 million OMI right now is what, like $5,400 or something, fifty five
Yeah,
hundred
give or take.
dollars. Yeah, yeah. I think that's obtainable. You know, you can even probably do a credit card cash. I'm not saying you should do this, but you could even do like a credit card cash advance to get into some OMI if you were into that sort of thing.
Yeah. Oh, we're people's two favorite YouTubers. I better start. Oh, so I don't know if you are going to the what do you call it? I don't know. I'm not even drunk when I make these posts. When I said, right, paying for people's OMI tattoos, I made a post yesterday on live saying that at $1, I will pay for Lindsey Sterling to come do
I
a
saw
private
that.
show. Do you like Lindsey Sterling? No, she is.
Yeah, I've heard her music. She's a good violin player and she dances and stuff. She's talented. She's talented.
I love her so much. On 5 cents by year's end, I think so too. And Zachar, that $5 super chat, like, give this man a $5 credit box. Heck yeah. Um, you were eating oatmeal the other day. Are you going to be like, is that the start of like your diet? Like, hey, I'm gonna eat really complex carbs and vegetables, or just what you had at the time?
No, I think for me, oatmeal is very easy to make. It's cheap, super healthy, got a lot of fiber. You can add a lot of fruits and vegetables, or not vegetables. You can add a lot of fruits to it to really turn into like a powerful meal. You can even put some protein powder in there, and it's a really good, cheap, balanced meal. So
yeah, same. Break my foot. I don't have one of those. Did you notice? Did you listen to the AMA yesterday?
I did. I didn't see some of the people that, like, I guess there was some reporters or something like that. Did you hear that or see that?
I don't know if there were any reporters, but there were a lot of like with those blue or white check marks, and I
Yeah,
was
I
like,
saw
oh. Yeah, so that was good. Um, some guys like Pete. We should wait until the licensors start buying in. I feel like I was trying to think before, what other company can you think of that we don't have? Like we're speculating Disney, Pokemon, and Star Wars, but what other major brands are there that we don't have, or at
Well,
least associated?
we know we don't have McDonald's because he has said that before.
Oh, it's true. It's true.
A long time ago, he said on an AMA, this is really interesting. I used this on a video, really interesting. So it was a AMA months ago, 4 or 5 months ago. But Dan Crothers says someone asked him about like McDonald's. Would you ever like do that, partner with McDonald's? And he said, well, we've talked to them, and we don't think it kind of fits our business model. And so my thinking is, if someone is asking him about something that he doesn't have, he's essentially going to say we're not going to do it.
Oh, that's a great point.
So if people ask about the Pokemon thing and he doesn't say anything, like, people, why would you not say anything? If you don't have it, just say you don't have it, right? If you have no plans on getting it whatsoever, you're not going to say anything. Yeah. So whenever they don't say anything about Disney, or they make they mess up, David Yu messed up and mentioned Pokemon in a weird way that connected him with Disney. So I think every brand we have, honestly.
Yeah. So that George says San Diego will show us around. Been to San Diego, it's great. Oh, we create the hangover in Vegas. Again, a lot of people here have wives, and they probably wouldn't let that happen.
Would your girlfriend let you kind of do a hangover-esque experience?
She'd be part of it. Like, she would be right there with us. Like, she would be not the instigator, but she would be like, because she's a cute girl, and when you say, oh, hey, drink this, hey, take this, okay, you're adorable and cute, you're not gonna hurt me, and then meanwhile I just be like in another dimension, like, oh. Have you ever, it's gonna get weird again, it was a Reddit post where somebody says what they do is they take a video on Pornhub, they'll download it, and in the middle of it, what they'll do is they'll upload the sound. They'll exchange the pleasure moan with a Carl Weezer, and they'll put that into the middle of it, and then they'll just re-upload the video with that. And this is like, yeah, it gets like thousands of views, and people are always going to wonder, like, Carl Weezer's in this, and I know it is, but nobody's ever going to tell anyone. Because like we wouldn't. Have you ever ran across one of those videos?
No.
I've been looking. I haven't either. I've been waiting for like the time because people ask like, "Oh, what videos will you like? Do you upload? Can I like get like the link?" He's like, "Nah, nah, I don't want to do that." But I've been like slowly hunting for those. And I've like talked to my girlfriend about it too, and she's just like, "Why don't you just like watch regular stuff, like and not just hunt for these weird videos? Like it's fun. It's all about the chase, babe." But yeah, she would be totally down for that. Is your girlfriend like wild at all? Like no kids, party? Is she gonna drag you to stuff? Like,
My wife?
yeah, we go to Vegas.
Yeah, she's not that wild. I think I have a wilder potential history.
Mhm.
So she'll be the one that's like, I got to take care of the baby. Maybe I'll see you in a couple hours, that kind of thing. I do
Gotcha.
have an announcement to make. I am
Oh, go
going
go.
to do a collaboration with Cavell. A bunch of people have been asking about it. So
Hmm.
I just wanted to announce that on this channel. I do plan to do a collaboration with Cavell. I don't know what we're going to do, but we're talking about the dates and things like that and times. So some people have been saying it's like it would be like a rush hour type OMI thing. And I was wondering, I wanted to make a thumbnail where it's like, it's like Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan, and then we put our faces on there instead, and that could be the thumbnail for the collab.
Yeah, that would be great. I remember somebody. I think it was the army. What they did was they recreated the rush hour like pose in basic training, and I can't find it now, but it was just like an Asian dude and a black dude. They was just going like this, and it was that. I can't find it, but I thought it was great. I think only will decline when this bull cycle is over. Or just oh yeah. When the you see like the bull cycle ending and this goes to a bear market, are you going to sell? Are you going to hodl? What are you going to do?
um, I don't think I'm going to sell everything. I don't like doing that. Because I feel like I can never really truly predict where it's going to go down or where it's going to go up. Someone else asked me that on my channel, and I haven't really thought about it because my personal belief is I don't think we're going to have the conventional bear cycle that people are predicting. People are thinking like October. Some people think early 2022. I think it will all be dependent on the stock market because I think once the stock market starts, people have been thinking there's going to be a stock market crash. I
Yeah.
think once we start seeing movements of that and it starts falling, then everything will start pulling back. But I just don't know when that is. And I don't think it'll be anytime soon.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Zana, for adding me as a friend on Earth too. That'd be great. We could get Doge hype results. I mean, Doge also had Elon Musk hyping it, who's like got like a whole country following him on Twitter. Um, we don't. Do we have any like big celebrities that are pumping the Comey right now?
I mean, now I don't know of any. I mean, besides like Logan Paul back in the day. I mean, the thing is, it,
Yeah.
it could possibly hype its way to $1, but
Well,
I don't think that's going to happen. I just Doge is kind of cool. Like, do you remember Doge back in the day, like
um,
2013?
yeah, like I had the chance to buy some in 2014. I thought it was cool, but I was like, it's not gonna do anything. So I didn't.
Yeah. I mean, it didn't do anything for years, and it started off as a complete joke. People on Reddit used to tip each other in Doge, and they were saying it's like an anti-capitalistic type movement. People were so obsessed about Bitcoin and making their fortune in Bitcoin. It was like
Yeah,
the anti-wealth movement, and now it's like the complete opposite. So for me, I can never get into Doge because I remember those days of people tipping on Reddit.
yeah. I would never sell Omi to buy more comics. Although, like, I have no issue buying comics because they're only $7 per one. So I would do that, but I wouldn't sell Omi right now to get like a $5,000 comic. I just wouldn't do that. Um, Mayhem Fest was fun. I've never been to Mayhem Fest. Avril Lavigne's Ageless. Did you go to? Oh, I know you said Fallout Boy um, came to your town or close to that. Did you ever go to any other type of music festivals like Bamboozle or events like that?
No, I never went to a music festival. I did a lot of like concerts and stuff like that. I would go to different concerts, things like. Have you ever heard of like Juliana Theory? That's kind of a really
I don't
niche.
think so.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Well, just a lot of like small pop punk bands.
Yeah. Buying at point 0.042. I don't think I'll see that. Probably not. I mean, if it does, I'll go and buy more down there, but I just don't think it will. Thank you, Zana, for that super chat. That means the world. Marcus says more drops might take it down, but in a good way. Yeah, yeah. That'd be fine. Pedro says what's happening, Dan. Omar says it will stay strong as more drops come and burns. Yeah, the burn. We will have significantly less OMI being burned, which is honestly I don't really mind that because the burns right now they're just burning from the reserve wallet. The real burns are going to happen when it comes from the circulating supply. That's what I'm excited for.
Yeah.
Because this we haven't seen buybacks in a little while. They'll come back eventually. We just haven't seen them. Do you know when? Did they say anything that I missed?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's after immutable because I don't think they can really. I don't think they want to mix the buybacks with the migration. I think they want to do it after it's all settled.
Yeah. So immutable X. Like, did you listen to Non-Fungible Wonderful's Immutable X Jam?
Yeah.
Immutable. I listened to that like 8 times over like the past couple days. It's so good. I feel like such a gangster, just like in my car, like been here since May. Now we in September. It's like, oh, it's so good. We're trying to just buy a bunch of VVverse. Yeah. If you miss the OMI train, buy a bunch of land in the VVverse because you will be able to buy it in fiat if you want. I don't have any fiat left, so I'm just gonna buy with OMI. And apparently Dan Lee he has no issue spending half of his OMI on that. When it comes out and after we're up a bit. I don't know if I'd do half. I'd do a good 5, maybe even 10%. Because at that point,
5 or 10% for you is a lot of money, though. You know what I mean? Like that's a large chunk of change.
It's true. That'd be like almost $1 million. It depends where it is. If it's at 5 cents, 5 million OMI is 200 quarter million. So 10 million OMI at that time would be $500,000. So yeah, that'd be a lot. Man, that's kind of rough. But I guess the reason why I'd be okay with spending a lot is because you're not cashing out your OMI at that point. You're not taking profit. So you're not paying taxes on that. You're just transferring that wealth. So shit, man, maybe I'd do half. I don't know.
I think that will be a taxable event, though. If you take your OMI tokens to buy land, because you're essentially buying a land token, which is basically like trading it for any other crypto. Anytime you do that, it would be a taxable event. But that'd be kind of iffy. Like, would they even know?
I would fight the fudge out of that. I would be like, nope, no, I don't know. Because
land is definitely considered like a token. So
yeah,
like if I were to buy Bitcoin and then I use that to buy OMI, like whatever my cost basis is for Bitcoin going into OMI, and I sell my Bitcoin to get into OMI and I sell that. I mean, I have to take into consideration all of that. So that'd be difficult, though.
But the land's not a token. The land is an NFT. So
it's a token, which is, I mean, it's on OMI.
That's true.
It's essentially a token because actually Decentraland, and I cite this all the time too, it seems, but land and mana are 2 separate tokens. So in the eyes of the IRS, you could make a very strong case that creates a taxable like event. Whatever you bought your OMI, you got that cost basis. You essentially use that to buy OMI. Buy land. That's essentially like another transaction.
Oh, that wouldn't be good at all then, because then I would
talk to your accountant. You'll need an accountant for sure.
A crypto guy. I have one, but I have the accountant for the business of my 2 businesses, and it's just I don't think. I mean, he's an older guy. I don't think he would really have any clue like what NFTs are. So
I think you would need especially for you since you're so big. I mean, you have a higher risk of being audited, but you would need a crypto specific attorney or tax guy.
This is gonna suck. I'm just because I
just
don't have
to plan
like
things
to pay him.
Just to plan things too. I would do it like a consultation to plan things,
and
then you can decide what you want to do going forward.
That's a good call. It's a good call, Dan. I was gonna. Oh yeah, it's a good point. Oh man, that sucks. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just going through this crazy realization now. What's up, Gary O? And I welcome to the party. Yeah. So in other metaverse games, how much is land on average? I know you reference Sandbox a lot.
I mean, I think I don't know off the top of my head, but I remember the initial sales was only like 9. I forgot, but I want to say roughly like $500 to maybe $1,000 starting, depending on the parcel.
Gotcha. I mean, Earth 2, it depends on the land. When it first started, you can get it for 10 cents. now tiles in America are like $62, but that's just new tiles, not tiles like, the pyramids of Giza or like the Vatican. Those things are worth crazy amounts. I would say the risks are with high risk lending. There's the risk opportunity. Now, the risk is just you're giving money to people that if you don't know how to read their credit and you don't know how to like read the personality, you're essentially giving money to people that just don't pay their bills and be like, they'll just tell you to heck off. And that's a big risk. So
What
yeah.
do they buy with the high risk lending? Are they buying a house to flip?
No, I usually never like to give to those guys that did house flipping because they don't have income for months while they're trying to redo the house and flip, and it's like, well, I'm not getting anything on my money for months at a time. So I would never do that, but I would say it depends on the business owner. I would love to do trucking because they have really good margins, with multiple trucks. Those are really good. I would love to do construction is different than house flipping because if they do construction, like if they do contracting work, whatever, they would get draws, every month for how much work they're doing. So you get a draw of like 20,000 here, 50,000 there, and they get the biggest when they're complete. But especially because a lot of the residential ones that we're just doing, because if you do commercial contracting, sometimes you don't get paid for like 30, 60, or even 90 days. But residential, they pay you right away, so it's a lot quicker, and it's better margins in residential. So I like that. Yeah. Malcolm McPhee says, other than people default. Yeah. So that's what we said. Zadie says, hey, Randy, we'll be going to Anaheim Convention in November. Said to have Vivi. Did you see the announcement for
I
Decon?
did. Yeah.
Is that the one he's talking about?
I think so.
Um,
Minecon or something like that.
yeah, November 12th to the 14th. I didn't even know where it was. It was a VIP night, exclusives. I feel like there'll be something virtual there. I don't know. It depends where it is on that time because November's only a couple months away. I have a wedding that first week. I have me and my girlfriend's anniversary that second weekend. So yeah, that second weekend is me and my girlfriend's anniversary. Unless I take her with me, which I have to bring the dog. Man, that's annoying. I'll probably miss it, unfortunately. So meow. What about you, Dan? Would you go to some of their stuff? I mean, and you're a little closer than I am. Like
Yeah, I
Anaheim.
mean, probably not. I mean, I used to live around that area for a couple of years.
Mhm.
I guess I could go. I have some friends still there, but that's not my scene, the design art scene.
No. You know who Joshua Dufarina is?
Nope.
Me neither. But hello, obviously. So Gary says, can people say, I saw a foot caught off in a dream from Jesus? You know what that's from? I'll say it. I saw a foot caught off in a dream from Jesus. I don't know if that was the right way to say it, but thanks for the great content, Dan and Randy. You guys work well together. 6.5 million OMI at 0.0029. Over 9,000 tiles on Earth 2. An Axie farm, dude. This guy's at everything. Bunch of VV collectibles and comics. Good for him. Excuse me. Good for them. All right. So 105 million. 0.5. Yeah. So I guess I put in a little more than 300. I think I put in maybe close to 4. But either way, even if it was 400, I guess I made one sub. Oh, wow. I made. Well, I don't really. You don't pay tax on it until you cash out. So, that's why I'm not going to sell any this year. I would only sell next year, so that this way I don't have to worry about those taxes until the year after. Are you gonna? At what point are you gonna start to sell, or do like, I'll sell $1 million here, there, give or take?
I think I would want to do a decent, take some profit at 5 cents.
Mm-hmm.
Because any lower than that, it's not really worth my while. If I get 30 grand in profit, I guess that's nice, but I don't need 30 grand right now. So
Mm-hmm.
I would rather let it ride, maybe take out 100 grand. That's more significant to me at higher levels.
Heck yeah. William Shatner was at the Sci-Fi Summit in New Jersey last week, and very nice. I do love him. Am I crazy? Nah, you're good. Okay. So this guy is like subscribed to me and comment on my videos. He's trying to snipe my people. Get the fudge out of here. I feel like a rush is like, no, it is our people. Saw green grass in a dream. Now we already did one. I'm not gonna do unless you want to do this one. I'm not gonna. You don't have to. Dan, you don't want make money on the comics. I mean, to buy if you buy a comic for $7, the commons are like almost double that. So it's pretty risk free. So I understand what he's saying.
Yeah, I just don't have a lot of money into gems. I would have to pump money into gems, and that would just take a while, right? You just have to. It's not worth it for me. Even if I made $1,000 in like 5-10 hours, I mean, it's just, to me, it's a lot of work. I mean, I know that sounds ridiculous, but like I'm already pretty busy. It's just hard for me to invest more time and energy into something like that. I know that sounds retarded.
100%. No, I get it. Your video live stream is awesome. Well, thank you. West Coast guy at 21 million tapped out here. Let's go with.
Oh, we're at 5.6. Oh, we just touched 5.6 on Bit4X. That's kind of nice.
Let's get this bread, boys.
I didn't think. I thought we were going down.
Yeah, I thought we were before too because we had more sell volume. Now it's only 3.7 million to sell, 4 million to buy. We're up to 0.0055 now, but yeah, it's good times. Michigan, Hawthorne, my brother. Time to go home. Was rolling. Adios, Mo2Do. And Dan, do you expect the Star Trek NFTs to go way up? I expect the ultra rare ones and maybe the rares eventually. Just I guess it's just not big enough right now. The VV app itself is just not big enough.
Yeah. We'd have to see some game for that to go up really, really big, or series 2 or something.
Yeah. Okay, how much you got, everybody? I got a lot. 106. Dots got 1 million. Good vibes. Thank you, Mini Panda. We try. Ooh, would you ever get a personal chef?
I could afford one now, but I probably not. I mean, it's like I said, I'm pretty frugal, so for me, I wouldn't do that.
Gotcha. I mean, my girlfriend's a really good cook, but she's vegetarian, so like she never cooks meat. I was like, oh, man, I love my meat, and she doesn't.
What about that plant-based meat? Do you like that? Like
she makes vegan sausage, which it tastes fine. Like I'll still eat it, but it's like, yeah. Yeah, Omi Holder, we're happy that Andre Jick is on this ride with us. I mean, John Lee, there's always a chance that it goes back down. I just think most likely it won't. At least not down to those. Maybe it will, but probably not. Now that we've broken this. What are your thoughts, percentage-wise, on going back down there?
We have such big news coming in 2 weeks that I just, I've always thought with Omi, there's so many people waiting in the sidelines.
Yeah.
They're just watching and waiting. And I just think that's why we're seeing this huge pump is they feel like now's the time. So it's always possible, but I want to say no. And I can't tell if that's my own emotion or if that's my rational thought. I can't tell, man. I'm sorry.
I've never seen such, or no, I have seen it back in the day. I get some of the memes are really funny. You ever watch Sesame Street back in the day?
Yeah, back in the day. Yeah.
Have you ever seen that? It's a TikTok where apparently they had planned for Big Bird to go on the space shuttle, where the Challenger disaster, where it explodes, but they didn't because Big Bird wouldn't fit in the door, like the costume wouldn't fit in there. So he didn't, so he's fine. But if he had actually like gone on there and it exploded, they would have had to kill him off. They said, like, the writers, like, yeah, we can't lie to kids. They saw him get on, they would see it explode, we would have to kill him off. I was like, what?
Well, that kind of makes sense because it would kind of be an insult to the memory of the astronauts if they're like, okay, let's write him back in. He's too pivotal of a character. It's like, it's too much. It'd be too bad.
Yeah. But that like blew my mind. I was like, whoa, there we go. Like there's a couple of things that have blown my mind. Like in another universe that happened. Like, I don't know if you believe in like the many worlds theory or Copenhagen interpretation, but yeah, in another universe that happened. He died, and there's a universe where he's just got hardcore. What are some things that have like blown your mind, like Mandela effect, Berenstein Bear theory, or those are.
No, tell me
Uh,
about it.
so the Mandela effect is where I was my mind wasn't really blown by this. I just thought my brain was derping. Where I remember in like ninth grade social studies, I had learned that Nelson Mandela had died in prison in like the 80s. I was like, oh, all right, he was this guy, he was, and that was he was famous for being in prison for a long time and then dying in there. Like he died like as this like martyr, and then he died in like 2013 or something. I was like, I could have sworn he died in like the 80s, and then I didn't recognize it for a little bit, and then like 2014, the next year later, it became like this meme. Like most people remember him dying in the 80s, but then he died in 2013, and it's called the Mandela effect, where people remember things and it just they're certain it was this way, and it wasn't just like a couple people; it was like a lot of people, and they call it the Mandela effect, where sometimes it's a glitch in the matrix, and half the people remember the glitch, half people don't. Same thing with Berenstein Bears. You ever read those books?
Yes.
And it sounds like a Jewish like Goldstein, Berenstein, but apparently it's Berenstain with an AI. Which why on earth would you go and I don't know. It just seemed really weird, and that's just the same thing. So that's something that blew my mind because my parents read me those books when I was younger. In Dorney Park, I distinctly remember it was next to Hershey Park. Berenstain Bears, like there's a whole kingdom. You go in, it's. I remember it. I remember with the EIN, but apparently it's not. Apparently it's AIN, and I looked it up, and I was not okay. Like straight up not okay for like a month. I was just sorry.
Have you seen those videos? This is like one crazy thing that I always thought was neat was, have you seen those experiments where, it might have been a movie or like a documentary or something, but basically they're like, just watch this short clip, and it's basically people playing basketball. And then they're like, did you see the guy dressed in like the monkey suit? And then when you look again, it's like you see someone in a monkey suit going by, but you don't notice it because your brain just interprets just people playing basketball. You don't even see the guy dressed up in the weird suit walking by. So it's kind of
Yeah,
like a perception thing.
yeah. Is it count how many times the ball was passed? So you're counting, counting,
Oh yeah,
counting.
yeah, yeah. That's right. That's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah. That threw me for a loop too. A bunch of things. Like you ever read the Pokemon manga?
No.
There was but you've seen Pokemon, you know what they do and
Yeah.
whatever, right? So the Pokemon manga, they have this. There's like a war. So there's Misty, Brock, Erica, that are like good that are good gym leaders, and then Lieutenant Surge and Sabrina and Giovanni are Team Rocket. And I think Blaine is like kind of half and half. I forget the other one. Um, but what goes? Oh, Koga's Team Rocket as well. So when Pewter City, where Brock is from, he's being attacked. He defends his city with his Pokemon. He has his Graveler take his Geodude and says, "All right, Graveler, take Geodude, rock throw." So Graveler yeets the Geodude like 50 feet up in the air, and I was like, "What is going on?" And then he screams, "Geodude, harden!" So they harden, and then they come down like a missile, and I was like, "What? This is the greatest thing I've ever read." I was like 14 years old, but I was freaking out. I was like, "This is freaking awesome!" That was so cool. Like just things like that just make me like, oh, great. At what price will you start to sell? You said 10 cents you might start to sell. I want to grab some
Yeah.
water real quick.
Yeah. I'm thinking more maybe like 5 cents. I don't know. It depends how fast we get there. Like if in a couple of years we are at 5 cents, hopefully not, right?
Mhm.
Then maybe I probably should take some profit a little bit earlier. But if we get to 5 cents in a couple months or end of this year, then I don't know. Maybe I'll take profit a little bit later, a little bit past 5. I haven't really thought out when I'm going to sell or anything like that. But you should definitely have a system. I just feel like we have a little bit of time to figure that out, to see how the big news kind of impacts price and things like that. So
Same. We need to get PL says we need to get Elon to mention Omi. I've mentioned Earth 2 a lot to him. I don't know if I've mentioned Omi to him, like just tagging him and stuff and commenting on his stuff. I know you said Andre Jick. What would be another like not YouTube celebrity, bigger celebrity that like, oh, let's spam him to try to get them to mention OMI.
Gosh, I don't even know.
I think it would work better if the women of VV did it, because it's just if like a lot of people that are into this are males, and if we try to do it, it's like this is weird,
Yeah, we're
like
just shilling. Yeah.
yeah. But if women do it, they're like, there might be something to this. And
Could there be like a big business leader who's female? Could that person do that? Who would be a good female candidate?
Jenny Craig,
Jenny Craig.
yeah, there's like that's the only one I'm thinking female-run things. I'm sure the company Jenny Craig is a woman. I'm sure. I mean, although Victoria's Secret is actually run by a man, like that's Victoria's Secret. Like her secret is that it's the man. So yeah, I don't know.
What about Mila Kunis?
Oh,
Because,
yeah. Oh, Jackie
how do you
from that
pronounce her
70s
name?
show.
Is it Melina Kunis? Anyways, she's talked about crypto before with her husband Ashton.
Oh, Jackie's married to Kelso. That's great. Alvin and the Chipmunks I did watch back in the day. I remember they made a movie and it was called Robo Monk. And I didn't know it at the time, but they had it's like cyberpunk, not cyberpunk. It was the one where this guy, he was like a cop and he got like destroyed, but so they rebuilt him as like a RoboCop. So they made something called Robo Monk, where Alvin was like a robot monk, and he did really cool things. It was legit. Nintendo would be cool. Mario NFTs, like McDonald's, Magic the BB NFTs, and Happy Meals. Yeah, those would be legit. Sack and Labbits. I know you said you weren't really that. Did you have any of the NFTs or not?
Yeah, I've 10 of them. Like a couple of them I got gifted. I got a bunch of the comics. I got the board cube. Got the Ecto one. That's really about it.
Ooh. Do you remember this? Poorman Printing's last video today showed a leak glitch. Lightweight confirms Pokemon, Dragon Ball Z, Lord of the Rings. Oh, actually, I do remember that. It was like an article where it showed something that they have these types of things. Do you remember that?
No.
Yeah, it was just an article, but I think it could be interpreted as just like, oh, these are all the things that we could have or that they could have. But I guess it did life before when NFT prawn. I don't know if that'll be a thing. You have to be 18 up to have this. Although they want this to be family. I don't know.
Do that.
Yeah, I don't think that would happen. You could make the argument that because these could be interoperability to go on other platforms, that maybe one of the platforms that these things could go to would be something that caters to that. But I don't know if that exists yet. Pornhub has a VR porn thing. Like if you have an Oculus Rift, you can go on that, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I don't know if any other NFTs like that would work. All right, big companies, big money, start buying NFTs. I'll make big deals with Comey VV, get one to the first 50. I don't know. Probably when we go mainstream, they might have some phone calls, but I don't expect them to announce it for like a year or two. If like big money, big companies.
I agree.
Yeah.
Let's take like one more, and then I got to step out.
All right. As soon as we start talking about this, they're going to start retweeting this video. Formula plays on Spotify, Chase Beans, look up music. All right, good for you, mate. Oh, Orange Bag Lady, evening, brothers. It's Friday.
Orange Bag.
Woo. Hope y'all having a lovely evening. We are rush hour, yes. Crypto's down, OMI's up at the moment. So, do you think that there's a big disconnect now between the rest of crypto and OMI?
Yeah, it's like one of the few things pumping right now, right? I mean, it's pretty impressive. Actually, I was reading something. Let's see what. Oh gosh, how did I lose it? Taps was saying that he believes Bitcoin might make some moves this weekend.
Okay.
I never really hear him say too much stuff like that, so that's interesting. I wonder. Have you heard anything like that? That we could see some big moves?
Yes, I don't know if the timeline was this week. Are you familiar with the Golden Cross?
Oh, yes, yes, that's what it's
Yeah,
based
with
on.
the
Okay.
50-day moving average is above the 200-day moving average, or vice versa, and then it just
Yeah.
apparently this has happened before when it like went up like 600%. Um, unfortunately, I sold all my Bitcoin, so it doesn't matter to me. I don't have a horse in that race in that. Um, but yeah, oh, Burning Man would be legit. I've never gone there. Girlfriend loves
I've
it,
always
but
wanted to go.
um, you decide if you're going to wear a tux or a dress. I don't know if you saw. I am apparently going to wear a dress to the Met Gala next year.
Oh, I saw. I heard you say that.
It's gonna be
Do
an
you got
OMI
tickets
dress.
for that?
I have to apparently like buying a ticket's the easy part. It's just getting invited. So I don't know who I have to talk to, but I'm gonna try because I figure I could. That's a pretty left leaning thing. I could be like, "Hey guy," and I'll just get my nails done really quick. Like, "Hey guys, so I am a YouTuber and I am brown and an immigrant. So invite me, please." And then hopefully they'll just be like, "Oh yeah, it's good. Another minority in here." And yeah, I think that'd be fine. But Dan, Lee, thank you so much for having me. I'm sorry I took 90 minutes of your life. I
No,
know
no,
you
no, no,
probably
no,
want
no,
to
that's fine.
go
No,
to
no. I
bed.
mean, thank you for having me for inviting me
Oh
to.
yeah, thanks for coming on, I should say. Um, but
Yeah,
yeah, so thank you very much. Love you, Dan.
yeah.
Godspeed.
I'll see
Get
you
some
next
rest.
time, man.
All right, doctor. I'll catch you later. I don't know how to X you out of here.
I'll
Uh,
uh,
so I ban you from. I could remove. Okay, all right. He's gone. He's gone. Everybody. It is I, the real Randy Chavez, back with a 90 minute Patreon member shout out. Let it go, let it go. I am one with the wind and sky. Let it go, let it go. You'll never see me cry. Ooh. Hey, that's Bert Jerk. You in Sacramento? Um, Immutable X and an Immutable X. Been here since May. Now we in September. Uh, what's up, Audible Collective? How's it going? Howdy, howdy, howdy. Right on, me too. It is taxable. Damn, bad times. Bad times. Don't want it to be. I live in Texas now. Been here for a little while. Very, very nice. Um, two different assets. Damn. So apparently, if you go and you take your OMI and you go and buy land with it, that is taxable. You have to pay tax on that OMI, which, guys, that's going to be rough. I don't know how much land I could actually buy. I might actually, what I would have to do at that point is I would sell my Pokemon box, get like 25 grand, and then sell that. Um, and then pay that for the land. So I might do that so I wouldn't have to sell my OMI. I don't know. Yeah, Drake and Josh is legit. Oh god, where'd I go? The video about taxes, how to approach it. I'm not a tax lawyer. I don't think I could do that. Did Dan take down or whale? I don't know. He's gone now, so I don't know if he's here. Yeah. You can tweet at him though. 4 million plays on Spotify. Yeah, we just did that. Orange Bag Lady says Jermaine is gonna be there, guys. Oh, is he? Oh man, I want to go now. Orange Bag Lady, where do you live at? Can me and Dan come? Can we join you? Arcade Collector Zero says, how about reacting of the guy's message instead of talking about random stuff like weddings? I don't know. I don't know. Did we talk about weddings? I'm unsure. Actually, says no. I mean, what if the licensors start buying OMI? It's possible. I mean, I would think some of the licensors, the agreement in order to get the rights was to give them some OMI. So I think they actually do hold a lot of them. I think I'm pretty sure Manic looked it up earlier. Very, very nice. Very nice. You understand this is Randy. Dan, what up, guys? Just joining the party. How's it going? Love you both. Hope you're doing good. How about those OMI pump these past few days? I'm 100% positive Dan loves you too. We just have, yeah, I'm sorry we haven't been able to get a bunch of the comments. We've just been, what do you call it? Been a little busy. We just been going, one comment would pop out, we'd talk about a bunch of stuff, but going over every single comment right now. Yannick Van Der Putin says, "Hey Dan and Randy, love both your channels. Please keep up the good work. $50,000 away, 50,000 OMI away from a million OMI tokens. Congrats, Yannick Van Der Putin." I didn't even do a 60-minute Patreon member shout out, so I'm gonna do that for you. The Kogokak Putin, the Kogokak Putin, Polnaga seal, the Kogokak Putin, Stobini pil, the Kogokak Putin, Stobne abijal, the Kogokak Putin, Stobne ubijal. That was about 20 minutes ago, so very good. I'm gonna keep trying to catch up on comments. How much do you list a rare New Mutants? Oh God, I don't know. Comics are not my specialty, so uh, I don't know. I really wouldn't have it. I'd say go to try to look at the data, what other the floor is, and stuff like that. Rafael says, "Let's go." You guys have great content. You just bought half a mil to bring me up to 14 mils. Cut the spread, boys. Both contributing to Omi mooning. Oh, I hope so. We only hope that Omi moons. Got 4.5 million Omi. That's what she said. Road signs and take pictures of Walmart buildings. Why? Oh, my jazz. All right. The real question is, are you pulling out all funds at $1? I would probably start pulling out. I don't know if I can. Honestly, the next year or two is going to be hell just with taxes. So I don't want to. I don't want to pull out this year. I don't want to pull out next year. I have to because I have to pay taxes, but I'm really not going to start seriously taking out maybe until the end of 2022, like Q4, because I'm done buying OMI now, pretty much. So either Q4 of 2022, depending on what we're at, if we're at like 10 cents, I might sell a couple, but if I don't need the money, I won't. Star Taylor says, I hope it goes down a bit. I can't buy anything until the end of the month. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm going to hope for you, Star Taylor. I'm going to hope. 17.5 million only at 0.008. Funny how it changes last month. I wanted to sell once. I was close to even now, but I want to hold. Yeah. I would not sell. I'm not selling. I'm not selling here. Candace, Miss Quackity Stan. I don't know. Glenn Chu says, do either of you arbitrage OMI opportunities between Bitforex and I don't really know what that means, so no, probably not. At 2 million OMI, I think you'll be a millionaire one day, Shadow NFT. Says, I wish they can get NFTs for Keanu Reeves, Matrix, John Wick. Oh, that'd be legit. Keanu Reeves would be awesome. Sorry, you said they almost put Big Bird on the Challenger. Yeah, so that was going to be a thing. Sesame Street was going to go, and they were going to say, like, hey, let's make Sesame Street. Because, again, kids, education, and this is supposed to be a big thing. And they're going to put him on, and he was going to be an astronaut. But then the suit couldn't fit in the door, so they didn't. And thankfully they didn't, because Big Bird, in another universe, Big Bird's gone. It's only looking like it's ready to pump. Guys, how fast is the universe expanding, and how fast is that in the blink of an eye? I don't know. I don't think it would be at the speed of light. That'd be too much. I don't know. I don't know exactly what that would be. I would say it's a lot though. It's probably a lot. And how fast it is in the blink of an eye, zero idea. I also thought the Mandela died. Yeah, a lot. That's why I thought in high school that we learned that he died like so long ago, but he's not. Apparently, we're making like Team Rocket, and we are blasting off again. Let's see what we have here on the Bitforex. 56.00567. Guys, ever see the car driving downhill? Yes, that was like horrible the first time I saw it. For those of you that don't know, it's a car that's right. You think it's like an ad for like a Mazda or Maserati, and then as it's going down, you hear. I was like, oh, like it's freaks you out. Bad times. Bad times. So there's 3 million OMI in the bag. Stay blessed, everyone. Be positive. I've been on a no money diet for way too long. Please, baby Jesus, $1 effing OMI fam. Kirk. Got to bro hug it out, man. We got this. It's almost that. We got this. We got this. Stay strong, Kirk. Stay strong. Stay strong. You guys ever talk about random? I apologize if you don't like the content. I do so much content on OMI and Earth 2 and financial investing, and Dan's a friend, and we go and that's a lot of what his content is too. Is just OMI and other stuff. So talking about other stuff is just I think other people like to see it. I think other people like to say like, hey, we want to get to know them on like a deeper level as people. So I like to do that. I'm sorry you don't like it. Yeah, it says, damn Josh, we get it. Haha, but I would love to interview them as well. Um, yeah. Interviewing is I have been very, very what do you call it? Just inundated with so many messages like for months, ever since Earth 2. People want me on the podcast. I mean, it's a lot easier now to do it because I don't work anymore. I retired, but in like December, January, where I had a girlfriend, I had two businesses, and I just I was doing YouTube, and I just trying to work out. I don't know, like for those of you that are new, I was stressed. I was working between everything like 16, 18 hours a day. I was not I was literally like in my office, like crying like every night because I was so tired, and I was just I had to get out. I had to leave because I was just working too much. Now you could have made the argument like Chavez, just work less, just work like half the time, and probably right, probably should have done that, but I was just so like like something broke inside me, and I just couldn't do it anymore. Everyone else says Kathy Wood is going to be one of the best. Yeah, if we can get her to tweet it out, but she's so busy herself. I don't know if we could try. We could definitely try. Martha Stewart, Snoop Dogg. Oh, that's actually a really good idea. Because Snoop Dogg is big into NFT. Has anyone ever seen the Earth, not Earth 2, like the Earth is Wild Snoop Dogg videos? Those things are so much fun. Let me see if I can find out what to Snoop Dogg Earth Planet. Just YouTube Snoop Dogg Earth Planet. It'll come up. It is hysterical. He narrates what happens on like Wild Earth. Someone buy an OMI billboard. I don't know how much that would be, but maybe I could do that. So I would show. Oh, dude, Tabletop Poindexter. Love you, buddy. Thank you. Godspeed. Cheers, mate. Katie Juan, Anderson Horowitz, crypto manager would be great. I gotta take a picture of that. Oh no. Okay. I will do that. Come on. I have so many people here that I'm just okay. So Akomi tweeted half hour ago, Akomi fam doing their bit, top 10 NFT projects with the highest Twitter volumes. This was from July 13th. And July 13th, we were had 3.1, again, the highest Twitter volumes. So yeah, that's just wild. I don't know why they measured today, because today it was ridiculous. It was insane. All right, moving on. Sold my commuter car and the family RV for more OMI. It's a bold move. Heck yeah, 0.0056 to the moon. 5 again. Meantime, baby. When prawn. Meow. I don't know. You get sex coin in crypto. I guess. Yeah, I guess. Elon designed a special concept car for. Oh, could you imagine the VV car? That'd be legit. NFT prawn is a thing. Someone in the VV community actually makes them. Send me the link. We broke. Yep. Mutant time, baby. Let's break and go. Tell all my friends about OMI. Same here. I tell everyone that'll listen. At dinner today, that guy Nicholas J, 100%. Gonna get him in. His fiance that'll be on the podcast maybe tomorrow, maybe next week. Try to get her in as well. I said we would actually want Elon to stay clear of OMI because if you look at the technical analysis, every time he tweets Doge, it goes up, but immediately drops. Yeah, but at least again, when he started tweeting about it, it was like not even a penny, and at least now it's a lot more than that. So, so I think it'd probably be fine. When do we have an in-person OMI happy hour? Probably in one of the parties. 10 cents, 5 cents. I don't know. Great stream, Randy, Dan. You guys work well together. Thanks for Canada. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh God. How many more comments do I have? Crypto is a taxable event. Withdrawing the cash. Trading crypto is not a taxable event, but withdrawing the cash dollars is. That's what I thought. So, yeah, I definitely gotta. Oh, have a pleasant weekend. Thank you, Buzz Petty. Later, brother. Adios, George. Muslim Rafi says, but now the ultimate question: Earth 2 land or VV-verse land? I have bought 5 figures worth of Earth 2 land already. This is getting cocky. Calm down. Oh, well, why are we getting cocky? I don't think we're getting that cocky. I don't think. Um, got my bread and bag is greater than 10 million. If 50 cents we party in Vegas, I think it's 25 cents we're partying in Vegas. 20 or 25 cents. Randy, if you're considering moving to Florida, hit me up and we can go have a drink when you get here. I'm game. I am down. 100% down to that. Shout out to Daniel's friend, Mara Lakata, sitting here telling at me for watching OMI vids. Oh, Danielle's friend. Oh, Joe Marie. Oh my God, Joe Marie. Did we meet once? Oh my God, I'm gonna have to take a picture of this. I'm gonna have to send it to her. Let me go and sitting here yelling at me for watching OMI vids. That's amazing. That is so exciting. I have to go and give her a text right now. Danielle, I'm gonna go in. Ha ha ha. The doctor says, one last question, Randy. Would you ever do a stream with Butt Thompson? Yeah, I would. I love doing streams with other fellow content creators. Give the good vids, doctor. Russian or Ukrainian song? Takogo Kak Putin is a Russian song. Yeah. It says, if you were to estimate, what would you think Backstab, Smoke, and Labbit, Ultra Rare, and Lucky Secret Rare on OpenSea? That Ultra Rare is only 888 mints. So 888 mints is nothing. That could reach 10 grand. I think that could reach, because that's only about 3 ETH. Yeah, I do think so. Anybody interested in to swap Marvel Lines and serve 2 million OMI? Oh, that old secret rare for 2. That's probably a really good deal. But I wouldn't though, just because that's already, let's say, I do that, for 2 million, which is about, let's say 10, 11 grand. I immediately sell it for like 15,000 gems. Okay, but OMI's just going to shoot up so much higher than that. So I wouldn't, but if other people want to, like, yeah, I don't have that, I have enough OMI. Yeah, that's fine. Closing in. Oh, epic. Price action. All right, so this was about 9 minutes ago. Let me go and check right here. We've been since May. Now we in September. All right, it's 5599. It's pretty end of the month. 0.007. I've said this before. 0.007. End of the month. I'm broke. 7.2 million OMI. That's very good though. 36 collectibles. Very nice. Stocked up on top ramen. We good. I see it out here. We good. Yeah, I just I don't like to ban people. That was also, do either of you hold a Da Vinci poster? I don't, but apparently this Da Vinci like literally just went up to, well, I remember like $1,400. That's so much, and it went up to like $2,100, then $2,900. It flipped Eddie Rizzo, Batman, and now apparently I thought it was like 4.2 before. Well, at least not 4.2 anymore, but it is 3.9, which is just absolutely bananas. 3.3900, actually 39, so basically 4,000. Yeah, I'm sorry, come back. So it's okay. Trading crypto is taxable 100% in the USA. Oh, all right. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Yo, what up, Milham? How's it going? Says, I perform for the OMI 25-cent celebration. I'm a full-time musician, almost a millionaire. Oh, almost OMI million. Very good. Very good. There's actually some OpenSea insider trading going down right now. CoffeeZilla has a video about it. You gotta take a look at that. Yeah, so Clown Joshua, if you'd stop spamming, I appreciate that. But yeah. So anyway, outside of that, I will be what do you call it? I'm gonna bounce because this is my third stream today. I've been talking probably for about 6 hours total today. All right, adios to everyone. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. Thank you, everyone, for the super chats. Those mean the world. Those are great. I love you all. Class dismissed. Meow, 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 meow.